We are back in Jersey City. We've been away from Jersey City for some time. If you've been watching recently, we've been to the shore. We've been covering spots in multiple counties outside of Hudson most recently, but we're back at home base. All right, so home base for me, definitely Hudson County, Jersey City. And today we are going to focus in this particular episode 3 major developments happening right here in Jersey City. So before we dive into that, we're going to take a look at one of my listings just coming up. So stick around, be sure to click like, subscribe, notification bell, because we have great information coming your way. If you are a resident of Jersey City, you probably already know some of these things. Maybe not, all right? But if you're someone who's considering Jersey City, learning about Jersey City, you want to definitely tune in here. So click like, subscribe, notification bell, drop some comments along the way. Let's go ahead and get this started now. Welcome to New Jersey Living, the YouTube channel. My name is Corey Jones. I'm a real estate agent here in New Jersey City with Coldwell Banker and leader of the New Jersey Living Group. Be sure to tap into the podcast as well. We have weekly episodes taking deeper dives into whether it be food, entertainment, real estate, iconic locations, you name it. If it's New Jersey, we're going to dive into it on the podcast in a bit more depth than what we do here on video. So thank you for watching today. Like I mentioned a little earlier, be sure to like and subscribe. So where we are right now, we are at 85 Broadway in the Journal Square area of Jersey City. Journal Square, if you Google it, you're going to get a ton of information about the history of Jersey City, because when it comes to Jersey City's history, much of that core, when you date really far back, is Journal Square. So there's been tons of developments right by the PATH station. That's one of the reasons why Journal Square is such a hot location, because it is the hub for the PATH, right? So the Jersey City PATH, or New Jersey PATH, is a train line that you can take back and forth throughout the Hudson County, some of Essex, and directly into Manhattan. So this is a desired location because of the easy transition back and forth between New Jersey and New York City. There's tons of development, and that's what we're about to dive into now. Tons of development that's going on, even more to come. There's not enough to fit in this particular episode, so we're going to focus on just one major development happening. But right now, we're going to talk about where I'm standing right now, 85 Broadway. I have a listing here currently, and it is Unit 2C. We're going to flash up some footage right now just so you can see some of the interior. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, listed at $439,000. This particular location, the great thing about it, it includes garage parking, all right, including a storage area as well. These are very, very valuable for anyone who's residing in Jersey City, if any urban area for the most part, because parking is such a premium. Laundry also is at a premium, and so each floor is not in unit, but each floor has a designated laundry room with storage facility. So this has been a really, really interesting journey for this particular listing. We are currently in attorney review, so all things go well, we'll be closed on this in about another 4 weeks. So where we are right now is also coincides with one of those major developments that I was referencing, and that is West Side Square. So we're going to flash up some renderings now. And what is West Side Square? It is something that is happening a lot in urban areas around the state, probably around the country, and definitely within this region. West Side Square is going to be a mix of residential and commercial space with the potential of a PATH station. So the PATH stations right now, as I mentioned earlier, we're not far from Journal Square. From Journal Square going towards Newark, there's another one stop in Harrison, and then finally in Newark. This neighborhood right here is close, but not a very convenient walk over to the Journal Square PATH station. So there have been plans, I'll flash up an article right up here real quickly. There have been plans to do at least a feasibility study to see if what's going to be called a Marion, if it does happen, it'll be the Marion station right here where West Side Square is being built. So you're standing right here behind me. If you were looking at me right now, about maybe 100 feet, there's a ton of construction going on right now to begin the foundations of West Side Square, which should be complete in 2026, right? So this is just one little piece, one little snippet of what is happening really in various locations throughout Jersey City. We're going to take a look at 2 others. So join me for the journey. We're going to take in some road footage along the way, And definitely stay tuned, because towards the end, we're gonna dive into the largest project, not only in Jersey City, but the largest project that's planned right now on the entire East Coast of the United States. So come along with me for this ride. We're gonna take in some road footage, and we're gonna dive into the next two projects. Let's get it started now. Here we are at stop number 2. We are in Berry Lane Park in the Bergen Lafayette section of Jersey City. If you've watched my previous episodes in Jersey City, we were right here at this spot and mentioned that at that time, this is probably a year ago, but Berry Lane was then and still is now really a recently revitalized, redeveloped green space here in Jersey City. And we see that pattern continuing with cleanup, revitalization, renewal of spaces in the city. So we're gonna really dive into a very significant development that's happening in the city and even for the state for that matter. But before we jump into that, I'm gonna go back to obviously my wheelhouse in real estate, and featuring another listing. This is again one of mine right here in Bergen Lafayette, and we're going to take a quick look at 71 Oak Street, which is not too far from where we stand right here. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath property. It is unique in that this is an all brick single family home, no shared walls, standalone single family, 3-car garage, which is a rarity in this section of Jersey City in general, but definitely in this section of Jersey City. Built in 1892, but very, very well maintained and has an updated kitchen. So this is something that's been on the market. We're really looking to continue efforts to get some more buyers through there. We had a contract that unfortunately fell through, so we're back to market. So it is available. By all means, reach out to me if you have any questions. And if it's not just this property, New Jersey or Jersey City in general, reach out. My contact information is right here in the description if you're looking to buy, sell, and my team, we even handle rentals. All right, so back to Bergen Lafayette in terms of development. We are not far from, and I'm gonna show you some quick footage, Liberty Science Center, Liberty State Park. It is really a stone's throw from where we are right now. Berry Lane Park is kind of nestled between that section and Garfield Ave right behind us. There's a light rail station that's there that runs to downtown. Liberty Science has a light rail also, runs to downtown. But Scitech City is the main development, major development I should say, that's happening right there in the Liberty State Park area. So there's been over 2 acres of land that's been designated for, there's gonna be a high school there, there's gonna be residential there, and there's gonna be tech industry there, all kind of STEM tech related. New development that's coming this way. They've broken ground as of last year for the high school, and there's more development coming. So this is, again, you see some renderings as I'm talking about this, give you an idea of what the high school looks like, give you an idea what that residential space is going to look like. There's even a website if you're looking to get more information. I'll flash that up as well. You go to this website and it gives you a lot greater detail on what's happening at Scity Tech. So this is one, again, of many developments that are happening, but very significant in terms of what it brings to education, what it brings to work, what it brings to just general residential living, all in that space. So we're gonna take a little drive around, get some more road footage right here in the general area. I'm also gonna feature some clips, as you're about to see, of some of the murals that have been developed and put up recently in Bergen Lafayette. Behind me is one of the feature murals right here in the Bergen Lafayette area, and it essentially, as I flash up some footage of this particular mural, it is all about the Underground Railroad and Harriet Tubman. So it's a pretty epic kind of image that takes you from a map of where things happen between Virginia and Maryland, where you have the Mason-Dixon line, and then you see images of Civil War, African-American units in the Civil War, and of course Harriet Tubman. So this is one of those, again, features reflecting the community that's here, what the history, what the values are of this local community. So this is something that we're seeing a glimpse of throughout this section of the city. Bergen Lafayette, if we put this up on a map, and I'll flash that really quickly, on a map, Bergen Lafayette is just outside of downtown Jersey City. Downtown is the place that really developed, or the earliest when we're talking about the redevelopment in Jersey City. And price-wise, as you would imagine, is being so close to Manhattan, it is very much a premium to own or to rent in downtown. But just outside of downtown, Bergen Lafayette, we're seeing some of that similar development, revitalization, renovation that's happening, but we also see a unique cultural scene that's happening with the arts, with murals, and these murals are reflective of the people who live here. They're reflective of recent events, historical events. These are all reflective of the things that come to the hearts and minds of people who live right here in the community. So this is something that, again, you see probably a little bit more of in Bergen Lafayette than other areas of the city, but a major feature still of the general area. So we're gonna hop on the road, take in some footage. We're gonna have one more stop number 3, which again is the most significant of the developments that are happening here in the city. So stick around. Let's go ahead and get on the road now. Final stop. This is where we have featured one of the major projects, not only in Jersey City, not just the state of New Jersey, but we're talking the entire East Coast. This is the Bayfront project that is going to be underway. We're going to take a few shots locally. Not much to see right now, but open land. This used to be wasteland not too long ago and had to be a lot of cleanup to make this happen. But this project is going to flash some renderings up now. You saw these renderings as well if you watched this video maybe a year or so ago when I first shot in this location. But we're gonna have a train station, light rail that is extended from the west side light rail all the way here to the Bayfront. And it's Bayfront because the Passaic River and Hackensack rivers, these are the two major rivers that run from northern New Jersey, and we're talking Passaic County, Bergen County, all the way down here to Newark, empties out into the Newark Bay, and we are right here on the waterfront. So the intent is to have an entire development that's going to be residential. It's going to have, obviously, as I mentioned before, light rail here. You're going to have business here, and you're also having the dynamic which comes up when you're talking about these newer developments and pricing out people who are not high income. So there are some developments, particularly when we're talking about the buildings in Journal Square, the towers that do not include any opportunity for moderate income. There will be reserved moderate income units for this location. So it's going to be a spectacular scene once it's all said and done, as you can probably imagine looking at these renderings here. But there'll be a waterfront walk. And if I'm correct, and I'll have to do a little research and maybe update you on this, but I believe there's going to be service. The intent is to provide service ferry-wise from here around Bayonne and into Manhattan. So both ferry and light rail will be options to get to the city. And light rail, of course, doesn't go all the way into the city, but the light rail gets you to the path station downtown at Exchange Place. So this is one of those feature locations that may not look it right now, but is going to have a significant impact on the entire region. Right behind me is Society Hill, and this is a relatively new townhome condo community by Jersey City standards, but this is no doubt going to impact home values here and values of the general surrounding area. So with that being said, we're going to jump into one of the recent sales right here in the West Bergen area, and here's some of the details on that. This property, which is going to be a feature compared to everything else that we saw today. I tried to mix it up a little bit. So our first stop, we were Journal Square, we saw a condo. Second stop, Bergen Lafayette, we saw a single family, and this is a multifamily, 246 Clinton in West, we call it West Bergen, but locally it's just called West Side. All right, West Bergen is an MLS term that we use in real estate, but a lot of people residentially don't use the term West Bergen necessarily. So this is a brand new construction. We're not confidently sure as to what happened with the previous property, as to when it was torn down. Was the lot cleared out already? That much I don't know, but what I do know is this was an entire clearing of a lot and a new construction build in 2023 that was completed in 2023. 6-bedroom, 4 full baths, 1 half, has a garage, listed and sold at 1.3, 19 days on market. So I'm gonna, obviously, as you're probably looking at right now, you're seeing some of the interior photos. You see that it's not necessarily a huge space, but 2 units that are 3-bedroom, 2-bath. The location directly off of Communal Hall, not much of a lot space. I'm gonna flash up on the map where it's located on the west side. So general area doesn't give you everything that you want, but the quality of the property itself gives a touch of luxury that if it was anywhere else, in terms, I shouldn't say anywhere else, but if it was a downtown Jersey City, if it was Weehawken, if it was Hoboken, be at a significantly larger price point than what it was. All right, so this gives you a feel of what I've been describing all along, that you're seeing trends of opportunities to either renovate or build new in a lot of these areas in Jersey City that are experiencing this development. So I want you to stay tuned with some updates that we'll have along the way. Again, you don't see much in terms of breaking of ground and construction here the way we saw at West Side Square, but it is coming. So I'll have updates on that as we get a little further along. So I want to thank everybody for joining us for another episode of New Jersey Living. Be sure to click like, subscribe, notification bell. If you are looking to transact in real estate or just get information on the market or just try to get an idea, if you're a homeowner, what the value of your home is, which you should always stay on top of, at least once a year, get a valuation. My team does that for free. It's just a courtesy. Feel free to reach out. My contact information is in here. I have a relocation guide as well. So if you're someone who is not familiar with Jersey, you're relocating to New Jersey, by all means, go into the details here, and download a copy of the relocation guide. Gives you very good insights on New Jersey. And again, reach out to me for any more specifics on the market or some areas that you're just not too sure about that you'd like to get more insight on. So thanks again for joining. Stay safe and stay tuned to New Jersey Living.